Shalom, Israel. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak, Wadash, Dawanas, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect, pushing the word across the four corners of the earth. And this map popped up on my feed. It said the state of freedom by country of 2025. And it goes into, citizens' rights. You got Russia, the Russian-occupied territories of Ukraine, the only area which is scored below zero because it's in a war. It's in a war-torn country. You got, China, Tibet, North Korea. You can look at them and see it goes from 100% and 1 to 100. Some of these countries they show on lockdown, which a lot of these different leaders around the world, they are tyrants. They are tyrants. And this is why the righteous have to be in authority. Like it says, the people mourn. See, the whole earth is ruled by the hand of the wicked under Esau. But then these different leaders, who a lot of them are hand selected or they'll send them to train under Esau, and then they'll, receive marching orders so that they could make sure that they receive certain benefits. What I'm saying? That's what the scriptures talk about, the secret counsel of the wicked. You have different people from all these different nations who meet with Esau, and we know one of the meetings was at Psalms 83. We know was about taking us down. That was actually a big meeting. All right, they're having big meetings right now on the sea hip. But the part I found funny is NATO and the EU is the beast. This is the beast system. They consider these places free. Which you're free to do a lot of wicked shit, but in terms of sovereignty, you have no sovereignty under Esau. Brazil, El Salvador, Venezuela. What's this? Cuba. Then Haiti, Dominican Republic. And the U.S., look how free it is. And the scriptures say otherwise. This place is known as Sodom in Egypt. This is the place where, first off, there's a lot of same activities of Sodom in Egypt going on here. And then second off, with the Egypt part, this is the place of our bondage. One of the names of Egypt was a house of bondage. All right, Jake seems to forget that. Jake forgets this history that didn't happen. It was just a couple of generations ago. It wasn't that long ago. That'd have probably been like in terms of pure bondage, because you have a man servant and you have a bond servant, right? But we were bond servants. I want to say probably our great grandparents, and then also, after that, you had all the violence and the bloodshed. That wasn't too long ago. This is Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And look, the Lord is going to gather all of Israel worldwide, on a worldwide scale. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord's for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And this is the elect. This is why we keep harping on the elect. The remnant shall be saved. a certain portion. That's why it's important right now, before everything is starting, to serve the Lord. Scriptures talk about a young man. It is a good thing for a young man to come serve the Lord, because you're gonna receive some discipline and some instruction, and it's gonna put you on another vibration. It's gonna raise you up to a higher level. But it really isn't for everybody. It's only for those who are called, and then you have to be chosen amongst those who are called. Right? And the people, I read that, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. There you go. They shall rule over those who oppressed us. And that's not happening in the earth. When the people in 1948, when they went into that land, they were already ruling in England with the banking and stuff. Then they just they used the different world wars and their preeminence over the different nations. That's Amalek, to put those different clauses in there that, hey, these people should receive a portion of the land of Palestine, and then they will only sort of receive a portion, and then up until then, they've kept pushing it, and nobody said anything, because these are the people who are behind the scenes. All right, and very soon I think they're gonna shut down a lot of the internet stuff, man, because Elon Musk and Twitter, like the Twitter CEO, just stepped down because complaining about all the stuff that's being said on Amalek, because these Edomites are pissed. And they're looking closely at their history, just like they're looking closely at our history too. They talk about black fatigue. No, you guys see that you have an end, so you're looking around. The wicked don't understand judgment. Now, Esau doesn't understand what's going on. So they're looking for somebody to blame. They're looking for them. They're blaming each other, blaming Jake, blaming the so-called blacks, the so-called Mexicans, the so-called Latinos, blaming them, blaming the so-called Amalekites. Some of them are blaming each other. No, dude, it's your fault. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. That thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? And this place is oppressive. All you do is work. You got some times where, Lord will bless you, you come up. But like even now, as things are thinning down with that bill, and them taking away a lot of the SNAP benefits from most of the SNAP benefit people are Edomites. Right? And the women. Shit, the men, we in hustle mode. You gotta be real creative. You better have a trade. You better have something. That's this place, man. It's oppressive on a man, a house, and his heritage. That's why, as it's been taught, man, it's better to just be by yourself. Better to just be by yourself. Deal with the women you deal with, preferably of the heathen nations. Because all the Israelite women is, man, y'all are of the lower class of the heathen women. Y'all are not in your right mind at all. Right, the Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. That's why it's written, Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord. because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. So if you don't know that you're being oppressed, that you're being wounded, that you need a physician, that's what a physician is coming for, him that needs to be healed. And we need to be healed from, mentally, it's a balance, man. You have to endure as a good soldier, man. But at the same time, shit, well, it's vexing to just to hear just to see the conversation of the wicked, just to see their actions, just to see all of this shit, just to have to sit here and you got to do, you need overtime, damn near to survive. Now, yeah, this man has set a wound under us, so it's a balance to it. Now, that's not the be-all, end-all of just complaining, but the scriptures say, shit, set a mark upon them that sign that cry. That's why all these people, all these different other nations under Esau, they have to be brought down. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 15. Matter of fact, 13. It says, moreover, by the means of her wisdom, I shall obtain immortality and leave behind an everlasting memorial to them that come after me. And so that's the goal. All right, an everlasting memorial, because the wicked, their name is going to be blotted out. Nobody's going to remember Rothschild, Epstein, and Trump. Nobody's going to remember their names. I shall set the people in order, and the nations shall be subject to me. Right? Israel's going to be set in order. These other nations are going to be set in order, and they're going to be subjects. And that's never changed. Horrible tyrants shall be afraid. That's these rulers of these other nations, man. All these nations. It's tyrannical. You can't own shit. They control production. You need a license to do every fucking thing. When they do but hear of me, I shall be found good amongst the multitude and valiant in war. There you go. So, if you don't understand where we're at or why the complaints, and don't just listen to us either. Listen to a lot of these economic, socio-political talk shows. Of course, the scriptures is plain. I mean, that you want the be-all, end-all of the scriptures, but you have to look at other sources too, right? And filter them through the scriptures, of course. And they're going to say the same thing that we're saying. All right, but Lord willing, this is edifying. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shai. We have to continue to endure and be creative on this battlefield, because things are changing. Things are shifting, and we understand that they want to implement that plan as soon as possible. So Lord willing is edifying. Shalom to the elect.